He modifies the model to automatic driving and seeks to erect handheld operating poles so that aircraft can be smoothly flown. Who knows how to operate in the past? It is only women who are relatives who are only once again housed. The automatic driving of the aircraft would last only 20 seconds. A few minutes ago, the captain sudden violence the name of the navigation system calls. Radios are also unanswered, and only half of the meteorological oil remains. What is more desperate is the presence of the right front for the aircraft streamline. The body being surrounded by a gas stream has begun to thrive. Fortunately, they were contacted by the base, and only 35% of the remaining aircraft were notified. Later, the commander clearly told them that they had to fly in the air, pass through the storm, and find the most recent landing point. Air fuel exhaustion, and at the time they can only be buried. For the sole chance to work, women can only cross storms hard at the head. In the immediate future, a strong aircraft has started violently. Women's eagerness. The Center for Storm Online seeks a breakthrough, with male friends saying that they are too big to survive, and perhaps the overstretch of storms is another larger landscape, but women insisting that, with the high altitude of the aircraft, the immediate black clouds are slowly disappearing, and the storms that they have successfully crossed are not high. At this time, however, women's awareness begins to thrive more than the air in the west, leaving women with an oxygen deficiency in the next second, directly cultivating the aircraft to run off quickly, breaking down again, etc. The rotary, the small body of children with heavy rains and flash power. Women in new air traffic progressively smooth. But the guide has led the storms that have just been lost in the shock. Believing that an approach is taken, your constant friction, stabbing of the bar, then throwing in the lens, hanging in the lens, dressing in the hollows, magic wire, automatic brands in the north, it is thus concluded that their left party is the west. Shortly, two people broke down the storm ring, and Silver Sky finally determined temporary security. Now where do they face the greatest challenge? What is happening on the land? Men's friends and gynecologists have never been returned. At this time they see only the ravages of the storms that have just been observed, with 35% of the original gasoline now remaining at only 5%. Attempts by women to rouse, and table of oils, immediately showing arsenic, but starting a slow meeting in the next second, inferring that there is certainly a male relative. The leakage will occur at such a rate as not to be 15 minutes, and the aircraft will be the best. They are bound to be noised by the moment. For life, men and boys decide to venture into reading. He was taken by the security department on board the aircraft, one at the cash flow, and the other at a low level. He then, believing that the death penalty continues to be known, the aircraft must take the risk of leaving. Basic.